Hi, David Paul here. Just thought I'd give you a little update on what's going on here in the cabin. And I'm cooking breakfast at the moment. Let's turn that off before it burns. I wanted to mention, because I'm kind of like making a story here of how you survive. I mean, I was rendered homeless by a number of situations that came together, and I had to learn how to function in the wild, and I now know how to work the world. I know how to find somewhere to live, and I have income coming in from pensions, and it's enough. It's not a great amount of money, but it's enough, and I need never ever be homeless. And so long as I have strength in my body to be able to do things, then I'm going to be okay. Now, speaking of strength in the body, I am trying to improve conditions here a bit. I'm having a bit of a tidy up, and so I've got rid of this rain screen over here. It's not raining much, and if it does, I'll scramble crazy for it. I'm using this as a mosquito net for the moment, but I'm going on Amazon and I'm going to buy a proper mosquito net to go over the bed. This is the outer fly sheet of the old tent that I used to sleep in here. The tent has had it now, but the fly sheet's okay. I took it to the laundry and washed it, so keep it. I'll put it over the bed as well to in case while I go out, in case it rains and any water comes in. The most important that you protect your bed. You've got to have a dry place to sleep in, and you can sort out the rest of the place later on. Okay, so what I've done is I've built these A-frame things here, and taken some of the vast amount of wood that I've got, laying them across and created a shelf there, which is temporary, just to get materials off the ground, stuff off the ground like clothes and things. Now I have all this area here to clear, so a lot of stuff to shift here so that I can continue to dig out the cabin. Now everything is in my way, and as I've said before, I can't put stuff outside because it ends up getting rained on or whatever. So I've done that shelf over there, and then I had this idea. I thought, I saw the legs off the kitchen trestle thing that I'm using, and what I did is I thought, between there and there, that's level. So I put more planks on here, and now I've got more shelf space here, which I'm not actually utilizing all of it. I think when I get this cabin finished, I think I'm going to have a really extensive cooking area. It's just nice to have the space to work in, you know. This is just really pleasant to be able to put things down here till it fills up. But if it fills up, to hell with it, I'll build more shelves, and I'll just build more shelves and more shelves. Okay, it's a beautiful sunny day outside, and it's cool inside here, but it's warming up. You can feel the presence of the sun on the roof. Those triffid plants are starting to grow inside the cabin, which I don't want them here, but they help to bind the soil together, so that's okay. They'll die out in time with the lack of light. Not a big worry. And they're also starting to grow outside, which is going to help with the camouflage problem. Although the cabin is very, very well camouflaged, you could actually find it if you knew where it was, and you could come down and look at it, but not doing too bad. There's over there is an ivy plant that I planted last year, and they're starting to take root and prosper, so hopefully I'll be able to lay that over the cabin. I'm hoping to grow lots of ivy and lay it over like a sort of toupee. Now, I have continued to dig out the area And I now have space where I've got that barrel down here, and I've got this chair that I can sit at next to the fire. It's all a bit really closed in at the moment, but today I'm going to trim a little bit more off. I've got physics work to do that I've got to attend to. Let's get up on the bed here so that I can video from here. You've got to walk very carefully here. You don't want to fall because you just end up filthy. Okay, this area here, dig. I've been digging this out. I have to be careful what I'm digging because obviously I don't want to undermine all of the structures that I've built up here as shelves. So it's a compromise between the two issues. So anyway, I've dug out all this area, and today if I can trim off a little bit more there and reduce that area, then I'll have more space to sit in. Now the issue at the minute is this fire. I've dug so much that one of the legs there is in danger of actually crumbling and falling down. I don't think it's going to happen yet, but eventually that will happen. It happened to the corner of the bed here. It didn't have enough supporting material underneath, so I moved the bed back a bit. So I've got this sort of peninsula of soil sticking out, forming like a sort of cliff here that the stove is sitting on. I've got two more stovepipe lengths to extend the stovepipe, because when this goes down it'll be too tall. The ceiling will be too tall and I'll be unable to get rid of the smoke. So I need to get I need to find where they are. I don't know where I put them, but I'll have a look. So if I can extend this chimney, then lower that down, that'll help a lot. I am wanting to move this stove away from the centre, but I can't do it just yet because the bed's in the way, and you know I'm going to end up burning something, either me or the bed or whatever. And even this is quite problematic. I have to, when I've got the fire going, I've got to pull it back like that. Okay, so the issue with the fire is that it's getting warm, and I'm in a situation where I could possibly take the fire out and just, you know, suck it up if it gets a bit cold at night. And then have more working space. But each time I've thought of doing that, what happens is I'm on my way home and arrive home and I plonk myself down and I think, ooh, it's cold. I'll not do it today. And that issue goes on and on and on, and I never do take it out. So there's going to be a day when it will be okay to do that, but at the minute I don't think I'm there yet. And today I'm going to do a bit more digging, do some more physics, and I have to go to the forest and clear an area out where there is a log which I will be using for the centre of here, but it's obstructed because there are branches and all sorts of stuff in the way, and I need to get at that. And that's it. With regard to this lifestyle, you know, like, people will get into this situation because they're as really desperately poor. Like last year, one time I had £2.64 to live on every day, which would be about $3. It's just not enough, you know. And I thought, well, I could do fasting for a few days until payday, you know. And anyway, I managed to crawl through that. But your diet, the stuff that you're eating is just rubbish, because I was buying foods which had been discounted down, regardless of whether that was any good for me, you know. And you see people in America, you know, they're going around getting food from pizza places and stuff that are donated at the end of the day. So what are you living on? Pizza all the time? The United States is a very unforgiving place for poor people, it seems to me. and maybe it could be due to substance abuse or something like that, which I'm not that type of person, really. I'm not an addictive personality. I don't know what it would take to get me addicted to something. So I really don't know about their situation, but in speaking for myself, last year, as I say, I was very, very poor, and now I'm coming out of it. So what I'm doing is I'm paying a lot of attention to my diet, and I'm taking supplements and various things. One in particular is glycine, which is very good for collagen, directly synthesizing collagen. We don't really have enough glycine in the body. Magnesium, that really lowers your stress level, and most people don't get enough out of the diet. And lately I've been investigating vitamin D. I probably do okay on that, but looking at some of the videos on YouTube by doctors, a lot of these supplement things, they're actually put up by actual medical doctors, and it seems to me that I need to get my vitamin D level right up. So I would advise that you all start having a look into this, and see if you can improve your health, because I don't really get sick much, I'm living a healthy life here, and I'm not suffering from any illnesses or anything. Funny enough, when I was living in the marina, I got really sick there. I got pre-diabetes, high blood pressure, all sorts of stuff, all of which has just gone away now. And yet I had a more affluent lifestyle there when I was in Watchet. I just think I wasn't paying enough attention to the quality of the food that I was eating, and now I'm eating a lot more meat as well. I'm on a sort of modified version of a carnivore diet. So anyway, do what you like about that, but that's what I'm doing. So this is it. Good bit of news. As I mentioned before, I'm just clearing my throat there. I'm not sick. I have mentioned previously that I paid my mortgage off in Portugal. So now what I'm going to do, I have a woman I've been in communicating with in the Philippines. I want to go and meet her and her kids, and I'll put this up on my video channel if she's okay with it later on when we meet. But I'm heading off to the Philippines again. And in the Philippines, I'll be working on building a house there. And the good point is that I'm trying to get to eventually is that as a result of this lifestyle, I've paid for my ticket. And I should be in the Philippines, and I should be living very well in the Philippines, quite affluent, quite a contrast to here, and doing well. My teaching work has completely dried up. I don't know if somebody's got wind of the fact of the way I live, but this is an adventure that I wanted to do, and you're 70-year-old, and you don't want to look back on life and say, well, I never did that, because it was socially not quite so acceptable or whatever. I shied away from it, No, I've lived on boats, I've sailed boats, I've built 2 cabins, I've lived in a tent, I've lived in the Philippines, I speak Tagalog, and I speak basic Portuguese now. All the things I would never have done unless I just got on with it, So, as they say on the Nike adverts, just do it. So, that's that. So the ticket is paid for, and I'll be heading off soon. So, quick last pan around here. As you'll notice, it's looking more spacious. This is quite a large cabin, this, and I'm very tempted to make this hexagonal structure the basis of my construction in the Philippines. Although there's a type of house there which is a type of house for the tropics, which is called a pavilion house, which is basically just stack everything in a straight line. They're very, very easy to build, because what you do is you start at one end and you build a room, and then you add a room to the end of that, and then the end of that, and the end of that, and you just keep going. Now, you don't normally do these in colder climates because you're trying to keep warm. You're trying to minimize external surface area, whereas you want to maximize it in the tropics. Well, they will even be possible here in the future because of insulation materials. I'm intending, when I get back to Portugal, to insulate my house on the exterior with carbon foam. It's an invention I'm working on. I know that carbon foams have been formed before, but mine is like a lot cheaper. I don't know, you're talking about insulating an entire house for something like less than $100 US. Ridiculously low price. So that's the plan out there, and it means that you can adopt architectural forms in climates like Alaska or wherever, where you would think, man, I would freeze to death doing that. Well, yes, you would, but with these super insulation materials, you can get away with it. You can do what you like. I mean, you know, the challenges that we have in the on planet Earth are nothing compared to, say, colonizing somewhere like Mars, and yet we will be able to live on Mars. So why not think about the technologies that we're going to use there and apply them here, and then you'll have a solution which is like 1,000 times better than what you ever need. I mean, you might even get to a situation where you just don't even heat your house at all. So anyway, I'm rambling on, and that's it for today, and I'll make I'll update you on developments as I get further on with this cabin. So, ate lago, makita tayo sa kana. See you later. Jesus be with you.